intro. Welcome back. So, been a lot of things going on in the current day events. So we're gonna talk about a lot of the stuff. It was like a lot going on for us that. Welcome to another exciting episode of Food for Thought. Got my beautiful guest right next to me. Introduce yourself, baby.
Miss Lowe.
Miss Lowe. So y'all enjoy this episode. We're gonna get started. Welcome back. Another exciting episode. Episode 9. So last week, we talked about hip hop, current events. We're gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna talk about the dating scene and things of that nature, We try to be productive, y'all, but this is my girl, by the way, if y'all couldn't tell. If not, yeah. Look how beautiful she is. How beautiful she is. But anyway. So we back. There's a lot of things to talk about, especially relationships and how you keep a relationship. You gotta attend to your woman. You gotta make sure that she taken care of. Make sure you see her more than 2 times a day in the whole week. We got work, we got life in front of us, whatever. But if you can make it your business, try to see your lady as much as you can. Try to get, a quickie in, on your lunch break. You know what I'm saying? Just always make time for your lady. Even if it's a text, a phone call. Always be there for her. Because, that goes a long way. What you think about that, babe? I guess I said what she was thinking, so moving on to the next segment. Welcome back. So, we review a lot of things on this channel, underground hip hop, that's the main go-to that we do. We're gonna change it up this week, So I seen this short film, my girl put me on. It's called Feeling Through on YouTube. Short movie. Would you like to explain to them what the basis of the movie is, or so we can?
It's about a young man who has an encounter with a blind man who is also deaf. So it just takes you through the journey of their interaction, their meeting, and I'm assuming how towards the end the young man perceives his life, because he's homeless and he's going through some things, but this guy is deaf and he's blind. So their encounter, their meeting at the bus stop, is kind of like life-altering for him. In a sense, I feel, or I received it as him understanding what life is truly all about. It's about giving what you have with where you are at whatever capacity that may be. And understanding that life doesn't stop just because you have a disability, or you live your life different than the next man. But you can always give of yourself in some type of form, in some type of way. You can be a positive influence. So that's kind of like what I took away from it.
So you would like to know my honest opinion on the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I get what you're saying as far as giving back to someone that doesn't. But then again, it was a part of the movie where I kind of looked at. So they were in a bodega gas station bodega, New York, corner store, and so he asked him to get him something to drink. He was thirsty. The blind guy the guy was helping him to get him something to drink. And so they went into the store, and he handed him his wallet. You know, open-heartedly held him his wallet. Like, I trust you. You know, you'll do the right thing. And so the guy paid for the drink. But then he saw like a $10 bill inside his wallet, and so he kind of like took the money. And the cashier looked at him like, "Oh, you know you're wrong." And so he tried to play it off like, you know, you had never seen a deaf blind guy before, but he took the money. So I was looking at that, and I'm like, oh man, you know, I understand he had a heart to help him, but I guess in his head he felt like, oh, I deserve this because I
he was in need too. He was struggling.
He was struggling, yes.
He was homeless.
Yes, but at the same time, it's like he still took advantage of his kindness.
True.
At the moment, but at the very end of the film, he kind of understood that, like, oh, you know, I kind of took advantage, and so he saw another guy laying on the street, and he dropped a $10 bill inside his cup to pass on that blessing. So he understood at the very end that what he was doing was wrong. So I like how they slipped that in the movie. It made it seem more of him understanding the situation.
Which he had an encounter prior with the homeless man.
Yes, in the movie.
And the homeless guy was asking for some money, and he was like, "Nah, I don't got it." Like,
yeah.
Which he really didn't have it, but at the same token, I think that helped him. His encounter with the deaf and blind man at the end, towards the end, allow him to understand what was important, and that was giving of whatever it is that you have, sharing that. So I think when he dropped that $10,
it was showing that.
it was showing the wisdom that he had gained also from the encounter that he had with the man. Like, yeah, I'm going through, I'm homeless, but there's always somebody who have less than me.
It's doing work.
And because you have less than me doesn't mean that you give less than me. You give more than me. Like, the more that you have without is the more you give.
The more you receive.
The more you receive. So it was kind of like a twist in
a good
the
way.
short film, right?
But
To
in a
show
good way.
where his mind was in the beginning, and then in the end with the encounter that he had with the deaf and blind man, and show how he had a change of heart. And I also think that the change of heart doesn't come with, you don't have to have this long extended time. It's a choice. You know what I'm
definitely a choice,
saying?
man.
Like, they were at the bus stop for a few hours together or whatnot, but
He did hesitate at first. He had a text from a girl he was gonna go meet up with, but he kind of in his head, like, he prolonged the situation because he texted her he'll be right there, but it was like later, like minutes later, he still stood there because he saw, you know, this guy need help. So he risked that, not having a place to stay that night, in order to help this guy. And so she texts him back, "Oh, it's getting late, I'm going to sleep." And he kind of like understood, you know, all right, you know, I made that choice, so I might as well stick it out and help this guy out, you know?
yeah, true. And also, we don't have pretty much any context of how long the gentleman had been sitting there waiting for somebody to reply to his message that he had, which was, "Lead me to the bus stop."
True. And so the moral of the story is, you know, give and don't always try to be a receiver. Give and don't try to receive. If you give, the receivement that you get back in the future is 10 times what you would receive by taking from someone.
And giving might be a word of encouragement.
That's true.
It might
It's
not
always
be monetary, you know.
It's just giving your time, your energy
So when
to the right cause and not someone that don't deserve it, because there's a lot of people like that. You see a lot of people, they tell you they've been hustling on the street for this much, just actually panhandling for money, but they physically able to get out and do something, but they choose not to because they see it as a hustle, like a business in their head. But that can only get you so far. It only can get you so far.
Yeah, so when the blind man, deaf man gave him an encouragement at the end of the scenes on the bus, I think that was life altering.
Very
He told
life
him
altering.
basically, like, everything's gonna be alright. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm going through the situation I'm in and I'm still looking towards love,
But you know,
in relationship, like,
baby. Remember in the very beginning of the movie, yeah, like he was in the street, but he had friends. Like once they linked up, he was having the time of his life, eating food, chilling with them. But when it was time for everybody to leave, they kind of, oh yeah, I got this thing to do. You know, I'm going home and this and that. But him being, you know, proud of who he was, he's not gonna tell them, oh, I'm out in the street, I'm homeless. He's going through it. He didn't say that. He just dealt with it, and that's what
put on a face for his friends.
He put on his face for his friends, you know.
Right. So he already had that, I guess, I don't know, something in him that was like caring about others in spite of what he was going through. Like, I'm gonna enjoy my friends, I'm gonna have this night out, but at the end he knew, like, damn, I don't have nowhere to lay my head, but I don't want to put my burdens on other people.
I feel that. I receive that.
So, yeah.
I receive that. So yeah, this is a different episode, but it's gonna be a good one. So y'all continue to watch, enjoy, and y'all stay good. God bless all y'all. We're gonna be on to the next subject. Food for thought. So welcome back. So what we talking about now, baby? Damn. Y'all discombobulated. So say that you in a cycle of like just working all day, you live check to check, but you got like bigger plans on like to build your own business. How would you get to that point of building your own business when you're living check from check? How would you move forward on just living like that?
Number one is to see the vision and believe in the vision, first and foremost.
How would you finance that vision living from check to check?
Again, it's what you believe in. You have to believe in it. You have to believe in what it is that you want to attain, and believe that you have something that's of value. And then you have to work towards building, you know, bit by bit towards your vision. Bring it into fruition. So whatever that is, be consistent. And manifest is important.
Very important.
On top of putting acts of faith into action. So
there's things called like business loans to get you started, get you an LLC, you know, things like that. You know, you got to start building somewhere. You know, you can even rent a trailer or rent to pay, you know, and so you can have it eventually once you get your business going. And as far as product, you can get things in bulk for a good price. Instead of paying it singularly, you can get it in bulk. So you don't have to sit there and, you know, spend on product weekly. So just stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know,
depending on what it is that your business.
What I'm talking about is like a food truck, so to say, as far as a business food truck. But there's different, you know, businesses out there that you can get started by, you know, a business loan or someone financing your business to get you started, and you can pay that money back. You know, get credit and credit card and get that stuff as far as product on your business name, not in your name. Because if you get in your name, if you owe a debt, that means it's in your name and you got to pay it off. You know, because it's in your name. But if it's in your business name, you don't have to necessarily pay that off because it's in a business name that basically is not there anymore. So there's ways around that too. You know, what you feel about the whole process of having a business and trying to trying to basically maintain that business? How do you feel?
Well, I think it's important to understand, like, what type of business it is you want to do and who it is you have around you to support you. Because if you can't help fund or monetarily bless me, you can definitely send prayers of positivity towards me, prayers of prosperity towards me. You can support, you know, business in that way.
Yeah, support
but
your local
ultimately
business.
have a business plan. You have to just write it out. What it is that you see for yourself, what it is that you want for yourself, what it is that you have to offer others, demographics on who you're catering to, who you're trying to reach out to in order to receive more customers or
more support. People
like,
looking at you online say, oh, you know, I heard a lot of good reviews about this place. You got, from that point, you have critics, people. Well, I'm talking about as far as food, but it's critics in all type of business, you know. People that will rate your business on about how the customer service is, how the product is, how the quality of the whatever you're selling is, and how good of a job you do as far as them being satisfied when they walk away from whatever business you acquire.
Right. Yeah. Write a vision board. Write visions of what it is you want to obtain, the length of time that you wish to obtain it by, making steps financially to set aside monies towards your business, looking at all the other avenues you can obtain, maybe, you know, monetarily support as far as, you know, your business production and getting started, getting up off your feet.
Looking at the business around you, seeing their price range and kind of like try to give them the best deal possible, you know, things like that, you know, will help out your business.
Support and comparison, you know, knowing your demographics and where you're trying to reach. So there's a lot.
Knowing your surroundings too, like the area of business you're doing should project that area and what would sell the best and not the worst in that area. Like say you're selling Nike Jordans around people that wear sandals all day. Like it's not a good business move. You gotta have something for the area and the people that is around there that would captivate them the most to come to you. You know what I'm saying?
Or, I mean, if people wear sandals and you got some sneakers, like, you might want to cater to the people who might need to cover up their feet. I'm just saying, like...
Well, you know, the Haitians, they like to wear open toes a lot, so I mean... The Dominicans, you know, they be at the barbecue with them uncle sandals. So that's what I mean, like, they choose.
If you got something that people will like, and you believe in it, why not?
And don't overprice your product, you know. Do it for a reasonable price.
I mean, I say the opposite. Like, if you have something that's of value,
oh yes, most definitely,
then value yourself by the prices that you sell by. Like,
but what I'm trying to say is be reasonable when you first starting out, and then when you master your craft, you can charge them crazy prices because you the top ace of what you're doing, and you should pay that much because you master your craft, and you have every right to charge that much, you know.
I mean, what's a crazy price? People are willing to pay for pretty much anything if they have the money. They're just ready to spend. It's all about how what you believe in.
Let me ask you this.
And the value of the product that you have.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Would you pay $50 for someone that's a missionary chef, been in the game for a long time? Or would you pay for $50 for someone that just started and hasn't been cooking for not even a year?
I mean, if we're speaking on food, I have tasted some people's food who I was like, yeah, I'll if you up your prices in this, I'll still be a customer, a loyal customer, because I enjoy what you presented in front of me.
What I'm trying to say, baby. Like, it's a spectrum of you starting off and you getting better and better and better. You start charging more because you're that good and you've been in the industries for so long and you upgraded. Why not charge more?
I get what you're saying, but sometimes even if we go past the food industry, we just say that. Art.
Yeah.
For instance,
okay, that's
a lot of people will be willing to pay whatever it is, the price that you offer, because you have something, first of all, that's unique. Second of all, that's creative, and something that I want to obtain that no one else has. So it's people out here who are not broke, who are willing and waiting for something to spend their money on that's worth the value and worth their while. So
I like that.
Yeah,
it's a good way to look at it. So yeah, basically like what I'm saying is, but it's going to be worth it because you're paying that little extra money, but it's worth it because the person is credible because you've been doing it for so long. You only get better. You don't get worse.
True. But at the same time, if you have something that's good, if you have something that you feel in your heart that people will want to come back for more, why not price it at the value that it's worth? Why sell yourself short, especially in this economic time? Like, usually people know, okay, this is my thing. I'll spend money on food. I'll spend money on this product.
On the artist
painting.
You know what
I'm saying? Like, and I have the money to spend. Money is not an option. Like, it's what you value yourself. If you value it less than, then it's gonna be less than. And so I think that if you've gone into business, you have to go in the mindset of, I have something that's a value. I have something that can't be obtained everywhere else. No one else can mix these ingredients. No one else can, bring this customer service that I have or that I can. So
I like that analogy.
It's your worth. It's the work that you put into it. It's the effort that you put into
100%.
it. It's the time that you put into it.
100%.
I agree. It's the flavor that comes out that sparks the taste buds that people are drawn to. And it's like, I need to go there. I want to spend my money there. And I think that all starts with you valuing what it is that you have and the way that you represent it and the way that you convey it to people.
Know your work.
It's very, very important. That's in any business. That's in any business.
I feel that. I received that. So, moral of the story, know your work. This is another exciting episode. We gonna be back for the outro. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm out.
And it was mixed with coffee.
I tried that before, baby. Coffee.
Very delicious. Like, I was surprised that would taste.
So what's your go-to? You like wine or hard liquor better?
I like wine, but that was a captivating taste.
So what it remind you of, like a fresh brewed coffee or?
Like taking a shot with a coffee.
Damn.
It was a nice blend. You tasted it?
No, what was the name of it, baby?
It was Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels?
It's an old English with coffee.
Wow. I tried Guinness. Guinness have that coffee taste to it. You tried that before? It's like a beer, but it's like a coffee beer. It's good though.
But then, it was a nice mixture.
So let me ask you this. As far as beer, right? Do you prefer can, glass, or draft? Which one do you think is better? Because it's a difference.
Draft, probably.
Draft, definitely.
And I was looking up the most potent beer. And it was one that was called Armageddon, and it was one that was called Venom Snake. Have you heard of it? It's like 67%.
Where you find this
alcohol proof online. I was researching.
Beer. Is
like
it
67.
Is it like an IPA or?
What's that?
IPA is a little stronger beer, like a hop.
It said it
beer.
was one of the strongest in the world. And
Wow.
It was like $100 plus.
Damn. That's why you
I
see
was
no
looking
Corner
at
Store.
a gift for a gift for you because you like beer.
Oh, that'd be so
And
nice,
I was
baby.
just like,
Look at
what's
you.
the strongest beer?
You know I like
It's
beer.
called Venom Snake.
Y'all check out Commercial, mixtape. Okay. What you feel about snakes? Now we talk about snakes.
I don't have a problem with snakes.
You don't have a problem with them? I do.
I mean, you tell the truth.
Like y'all go to Australia and tell me how that works out for you.
You never held a snake.
I probably never will.
You should.
Why?
Because it can be very peaceful and calming.
Yeah, or bite the shit out of me.
No, not all of them are venomous.
I know they not venomous. Don't mean they can't bite you.
They don't have a reason to. They feed off your energy. Just like dogs.
Could you imagine a snake that has like a disability that he was born with no teeth and he try to bite you, but he be numbing at you with his gums? Could you imagine that?
I mean, what would be the harm in it then? You can hold
It'd be
it.
pretty funny.
You can hold it.
Wait.
Snakes want to be loved too.
I mean, everybody want to be loved at the end of the day,
Right.
but it is in their nature to like bite. But if they feel threatened,
Not all.
but if anything feels threatened, baby, they will use a what they call that defensive
You're not
mechanism.
a threatening being.
I'm not saying me, just saying in general. So I will understand why people are
Well,
scared.
we want to connect in a positive way.
Of course, but I'm getting to that, baby. So imagine. All right, I put it like this. I talk a lot of shit. I will hold a snake, but I gotta be in that mindset to do that. You know what I'm saying? So if anything,
What does that mindset consist of for you?
no fear of snakes, calm, collective, no worries. But my thing is, that's the problem. Like they say, like a study on bees. Like a bee won't sting you if you just like calm and not breathing hard and overdoing it, because carbon dioxide from your breath alone would start them up to get them a little more rage induced, and that's when they start stinging you because you're running, you're screaming, and your body heat giving off. They see that, and that's when you get stung. But if you just chilling, I heard like if you a high being, you just high frequency. If you see a bee by you, it's because of your high frequency. You calm, it won't sting you. It just fly next to you, then just
I
leave.
don't know.
Look
I
it
don't
up.
know enough about that.
Look it up.
I just seen some dude out in
I did my research.
out here just got stung to death.
What was he doing?
I don't know.
Messing with the bees?
I don't know.
I mean, it sounded to me it was provoked, because if you
Well,
provoke
it's just
a
in their
bee,
nature. It doesn't mean that they have to be provoked. Oftentimes it's just in their nature to protect
I
their...
can't tell you how many times I sit out here and I see bees just flying next to me. I'm over here smoking my cigar. They just minding their business.
But they're
doing
drawn
what
by the smell, the scent.
they do.
Most likely.
In my high frequency of thinking, and it's a vibration, baby.
You
Life.
think so?
I know so. I did research, baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't just say nothing if I don't know what I'm talking about. I did research.
Okay.
If you think I'm lying, just look it up.
I didn't say I'm thinking of anything.
Well, I ain't talking to you, babe. I'm talking to the viewers. If y'all think I'm lying, look it up. But yeah,
Okay. Yeah, a beekeeper just got
stung.
killed
Wow.
out here in Las Vegas.
What type of bees was he dealing with?
It was a woman. I'm not really for sure. I can't even get into the semantics of it. I know she lost her life. It's unfortunate.
It's crazy turn of events that happen, daily. A lot of things that can be prevented. If you could prevent something, I would say do that. Or try your best not to cause an issue, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard.
I mean, she was the beekeeper.
But I mean, you can do anything you can to prevent it, I would say do that. To prevent anything
I mean, she is pretty professional.
Well, you could be professional, but like Steve Irwin got stung by the stingray, remember? And, you know, he lost his life by a stingray. I hate stingrays to this day. The crocodile hunter, rest in peace. I think his son doing, he's like a crocodile hunter now.
I thought it was his daughter.
No, it was his son. Sound just like him too. I wouldn't say look like him, but he sound just like him. Yeah, so. And talking about current events and things happening, what was your thoughts about that hot air balloon catching on fire? It's funny because we was having a conversation about going on a hot air balloon, how romantic it would be, and then like a day or two later, we seen an incident with like 30 people on the hot air balloon. That was a red flag right there. Why would all those people get on a hot air balloon and tragedy was meant to happen? It was a sad, sad incident.
Rest in peace to the people who lost their life. But,
yeah. But I feel like it could have been prevented though. Like I think like just the precautions, how they did things, it was not safety. It was not safe at all. When they first put on the flame to make the air balloon inflate, like the side of it caught fire. They should have known right there to just stop. But they continued, and it was just a tragedy that should not happen at all. It was sad. It was very sad. I don't even want to post that video up here. I'll probably just talk about it and I'll post it. We'll keep that one out of the channel. But, you know, yeah. So what you feel about that?
It's a very hot Vegas night.
Very hot. Oh, you talking because you sweated? You want me to get the sweat off you? But this has been another exciting episode of Food for Thought, episode 9. Hopefully y'all like the channel. Hopefully y'all stay tuned and subscribe. Like, subscribe. And share. Till next time, Food for Thought. What's that mean? Back.